to the Slingshot Channel. I have exceeded my first goal on Patreon. This means that I can now have the parts made to make a full crossbow version out of this fun little toy. It's so much fun. I can't stop. Anyway, this lacks power and we need to make a bigger one. And I needed your help and you've delivered. Basically, my plan is to use the limbs from this 175-pound Cobra crossbow and turn it into a full auto one. This is already equipped with a magazine, so we got stackable arrows, and of course you have to manually repeat it, and it's quite powerful. Wow! And repeating is fairly quick, but it's not full auto, of course. Bang! Here you can see the superior power of the crossbow bolts versus the pistol crossbow bolts. I know, I gotta repair that door. Wow, some kind of power. Imagine that in full auto. First I needed the proper ammo for the full auto project, and the good guys from Bogensportwelt.de were so kind to customize these Magnum crossbow bolts for me, so that they have only 2 vanes. This means they are fully stackable in a magazine, just like I need them for the crossbow. And I have 50 of those made, which should be okay for some full auto fun. Now, of course, this little Makita is powerful enough with 50 Newton meters, but it won't be sufficient for the 175-pound limbs. Therefore, I'm planning to employ my 36-volt Bosch Professional with 100 Newton meters. Here you can see those 2 bolts in comparison. Current version, planned version. In order to see if the Bosch is strong enough for the 175-pound bow limbs, I made this test device. Actually, it is a transmission of 15 to 40 teeth here. This means that, of course, it will be a lower shot rate, but a lot more power. And the rest of the device is very straightforward. So as you see, even though we have a transmission, things work pretty normal. And of course, I can go faster and full speed as well. Nice firing rate. To test out if it's strong enough, I have these fishing scales that go up to, I would say, roughly about 120 pounds. So it should be able to easily stretch it out to the full. See how easy it is for that drill to pull out the 120 pounds. Well, that worked pretty good. I think the transmission, everything is finished, but I can already see that the wooden wheels are suffering. There is some damage already, so this won't be holding for long. In just a few days I will get the first money from Patreon and see if my patrons already hold true to their pledge. And then I will order these wheels made from thick aluminum. And I will also make a super strong frame, because otherwise this is going to be exceeding its limits. Will this be a handheld device? Well, it will be very heavy. So I think it's kind of at the limit of something that you can shoot from the hip. But definitely I will also make a bipod for it and shooting it turret style. Some more recent work that I've done. You know, a few years ago I got this Kukri designed by an Australian designer and actually made by the Kukri house in Nepal. And I think it's a great Kukri because I love the handle. It's just perfect for the hand. It just gives you so much purchase, and it's also really suitable for larger hands like my beefy paws. But the only thing that I don't like on it is the sheath, because it's a typical Kukri sheath, quite clumsy and thick and kind of old-fashioned. And of course it has to be that way because the blade is so wide here, so the sheath has to be wide all the way. Otherwise you can't really expect it to have this huge hacking power. Wow! You know, it is this weighty, beefy tip that gives it its power, the momentum. Wow! So I'm thinking maybe we can make a better sheath for this thing, of course with the help of rubber. And here is my little test device. Of course it's made from wood as always, but you would ask, how do you squeeze that in? I mean, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit through the neck here. Well, it does, because there's the trick. You open the latch first, like this. And then what you can do is, you lift up this lever here, like this. And then you can slide in the knife, and it snaps shut. And then it's securely into here. And of course you can put the latch over it to be absolutely on the safe side. And if you want to take it out, you do the same thing again. Lift it up and pull it out. So, it's quite nice. It's still too big and it's still, you know, the opposite of beautiful. But I think that is a concept, and I think I can actually turn this into some kind of a tactical skeleton shaft for this. Also, I'm going to the EVA show in Nuremberg in a few days. It will be fun. I'll actually be at the FX Airguns booth. So should you be in Nuremberg during the show, stop by. And we also bring some of the new Rambo fully packaged dealer packages with me. As you see, it's now in a nice blister packaging. And it comes in standard with like 100 shots of ammunition and a reserve band as well, so 2 bands. And the package is available for around 40 euros. And you can buy it on my store and also on Simple Shot in the US. Now the Rambo is an amazing, fantastic slingshot that really melts in your hand and gives you a superb purchase in the hammer grip. And therefore you can really shoot strong bands and big BBs. But there is a few things that it is not, and one of the things is that it's not very portable. This is quite bulky. I mean, it's really a weapon, but if you want to put it in the pocket, it will definitely not be comfortable to carry. So therefore I thought maybe I need to design another slingshot. And while I'm at it, I also said, oh, well, this is very good for large ammo and strong bands. Why not designing one that is also able to shoot very small BBs at very high speed, since small BBs are so cheap. So a lot of people prefer shooting those. Now, one of the reasons why the Rambo is as big as it is because it is shot in the pistol grip, or fist grip as some people call it. The disadvantage of this grip is that, of course, it makes the slingshot larger, whereas the so-called thumb and index finger support grip, where you shoot a slingshot like that, that of course allows you to make the slingshot a lot shorter and also more narrow, because this is almost too wide already for that kind of grip. So here is my take on a more compact thumb and index finger support slingshot. You see, you hold it like that, and of course it can be held by lefties and righties the same way, and it is truly compact. This fits in your pocket like nothing. So it's very compact. I attach rather short bands, although of course you can quickly exchange the bands, since the clips are actually identical to the clips on the Rambo. So those are the same, and those can really hold strong bands, and it allows very quick bands to change. The short bands actually are very nice because they're also compact and powerful, and they're actually made for aiming with it, because you draw this out to your anchor point, like the corner of your mouth, and then you aim over the top fork and you basically hit what you're aiming at. Poof! But of course, if we want to cut a race band, a band set that is far longer, so I can draw it all the way, and also it's cut more aggressively, so it is tapered here and it's actually more wide here, then of course you get nasty hand slaps. And this means that when you shoot, the bands will still accelerate together with the BB and then will come back and hit you on the fingers, like that. It will snap to the front and then hit you back here. So I found a solution for that. And my solution is this little hand guard that you can simply attach to the frame with a few screws, like 2 screws from here and 1 from here. And then it protects your fingers from the nasty slaps. So here it is with the hand slap protection guard attached. And now you of course have to shoot it in the thumb and index finger support style. But now with these very aggressively cut tapered bands, I can shoot tiny pellets like this 8mm steel pellet without any discomfort. Okay, go full butterfly. Ha! No pain. More. You can really feel it hitting the front. It gives you a little slap on the guard, but of course there's zero pain. This slingshot will now go into production. This means it will be made from polycarbonate, And we of course have to design the tool and everything. It's going to take a few months until it hits the market. But I think that's an ideal addition to the Rambo, because this is small and portable and ideal to really shoot small BBs hard, together with the hand protection part. And the Rambo is just brutal strength and power. Again, here you can see the two slingshots in comparison. See that the fork width actually is not so different. It's just that they're angled differently. And of course, the Rambo is a lot higher and a lot thicker too. See the profile. So compact and portable, brutal and no compromise. Of course, now if you can help me reaching that second goal on Patreon, so I can afford that great Kronos high-speed camera, we could also see how these bands behave in slow motion, because that would be very nice to see. Anyway, that was my little update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, and bye-bye.